You would recall that earlier this week, the Ministry of Interior gave an ultimatum that all those who had weapons that have not been registered, and especially those who have illegally acquired arms, have a period of 32 days to come and register those arms, or after then face the full rigors of the law. Now, they did this in collaboration with the persons who have actually raised a lot of concerns with regard to small arms in the country. They are asking that because of the safety and security of the country, especially because we are also heading into the elections, it will be better for us to register every arms in the country to ensure that they can keep an eye and properly moderate the use of it. And let's go, onto the story now and speak to someone from the Small Arms Commission. They are in support of this call, so at least we can have a more sanitized period with regard to persons who can carry weapons in the country. And look at this call. Another security expert, Dr. Kwesi Ening, has also raised concerns about some of the words being used. He said that it sounded a little too harsh to quickly. He is with the Small Arms Commission. He's actually the Executive Secretary of the Small Arms Commission. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon, brother.
Yes.
And good afternoon to your viewers.
Good. To start with, the call for people to bring arms. This is not the first time as a country we have heard of such a call. In the last 2 editions or episodes, what would your rating of it be? Has it been? Would you say it's been successful?
Thank you very much. We've actually done amnesty only once. We have used some other strategies for gun control and management. So what we are talking about is what we call in gun control weapon buyback.
Okay.
And you people call it weapon for cash or weapon for money.
Money.
Yes, that was done they did that in Boku and in Yendi and Bimbila. The success rate for that really was not something that we are too happy about. But there's a reason for that. I mean, anytime anybody thinks that he still has a security challenge, by way of the factors that influence the insecurity, being there, being present, the person, no matter the amount of money you put down for him to surrender his weapon, will not bring his weapon back. If I know that if I give you my gun, which gives me the hope that I can protect myself if I'm attacked, you want me to give it to you
for money.
For money. If you give me even $1 billion, I won't give it to you. Because if you give it the $1 billion, I die. I mean, who's going to chop that $1 billion? Yeah. So I guess it goes beyond that. So this is not we have actually used weapon amnesty once in the year 2003, which the Kufuor regime, which was named Etuomu Osum. Okay. In weapon amnesty, what you are doing, you are targeting 3 categories of persons. You are looking at people who have the weapons illegally. And so a fresh person, he hasn't licensed his weapon before, you are giving him the opportunity to bring his weapon to be known. The second category of persons who have the weapon and their licenses have expired. The renewal, in Ghana, your license expires at the end of every year. And so every year you pay 150,000. 150 cedis.
For renewal.
For renewal. After somebody for about 6 years, he hasn't done it. And so now it's about 600 to 800 Ghana cedis. It's a bit. And so he decides that I won't really, yes. And so amnesty like that offers the person the opportunity to come and pay the current year's one.
Okay.
There's a third category of persons who have been bequeathed weapons. His father in 1923, his grandfather or great-grand bought a gun. He's giving it to his father. His father has given it to him. That weapon is a cake, it's old. Better still, it's just a relic.
Okay.
And so, under this amnesty, if you fall within that category and think that the revolver that you have is old, it's a cake, you want a new Glock, Magnum, Beretta, Smith, and any of the weapons that you want, bring the license. We will give you the permit to buy the weapon. So it's like you are buying. You have a Cadet and you want a limousine.
Okay.
Or you have a Cadet and you want a Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
Yes. So.
So those are some of the. I mean, those are the key reasons behind this amnesty.
And there's one thing I need to put out. In fact, when I read on the internet that the Minister for the Interior wants people to surrender their weapon, no. It is not for weapon surrender at all. It is just for you to come for us to know you. Because the study or the literature reveals that when people are registered, they don't abuse their guns or they look after their weapons well. You understand? When their weapons get stolen, they report it to the police. It's actually in our law. So this is just for you to be known. It is not for you. Of course, there are areas in Ghana where even possession and ownership of weapon has been banned by the government. So you're talking about places like Boku. You're talking about places like Yendi. You're talking about, in fact, not
places that have been, designated as flashpoints.
Yes,
it is not.
There is not allowed.
But if I have a weapon,
yeah,
I've licensed it maybe a year ago or two, and you are asking me to come for you to know me.
Yes.
If you already know the people who already are, why don't you then just find a way of contacting them and then just reassuring you and update
that is something that I'm discussing with the police service.
Okay.
There is some data, but the information for that kind of follow-up that you are talking about is not that adequate.
Okay.
And so these were forms. The Form N and Form M were designed, I believe,
years ago,
1960 something.
So we need to update the system.
So we need to update. So so we can do the kind of thing that you are talking about. But there is some level of data. But as I said, this one is just for you to be known. So, but we are not sacrificing. What the police told us is that this is not something that we have to sacrifice on the procedures.
Okay.
And so you must be the 18 years and above. You must have a means. You must to purchase the weapon. So they will do your background check. They do the forensic and background before they actually issue. The only thing that minister is taking off is that under our law you require his permit to get something like a pistol. He's waived that. You are supposed to pay 700 Ghana cedis together. He says I won't take you that.
Okay.
Now just walk to the police station. But there's a licensing fee of 200 for pistols.
Okay.
And then 20 cedis for.
We are grateful for the clarity you've brought to the whole debate, and we thank you very much for speaking with us. We've been having a chat with Jones Appler. He's the Executive Secretary of the Small Arms Commission, and has been helping us understand what the Interior Minister said with regard to small arms control, or arms control generally in the country. This is Midday Live.